Hi, this is Vince Mazzocco, your home mortgage consultant. Today I'm here to talk about the three biggest housing myths that are facing our industry right now. Myth number one, we're heading for another housing bubble. Listen, home values have increased quite a bit over the past 76 months, quarter over quarter, month over month. We know that, but this time values have increased because of supply and demand. There's been a ton of renters that are coming in the market. We have a lot of boomerang buyers, those that were foreclosed on, short sales, bankruptcies back in the housing crisis. And that's what's driving the housing price up. The National Association of Realtors says, hey, a 6-month supply of inventory is a normal market. And on a national basis right now, we're at 4.3%. And locally, we're at about 2.5 months supply. So supply and demand is what's driving up the housing pricing today. So that's not a housing bubble, that's just supply and demand. Myth number two, another recession is looming and the housing market is what's going to cause it. Economists know that when an economy expands for 7-8 years in a row like it has, a recession is going to follow. So a recession is based on our gross domestic product being reduced for 2 quarters in a row. That doesn't mean the housing prices decrease. In fact, the Federal Reserve says over the last 40 years we've had 6 recessions, and 5 of those housing prices actually increased. So that's a housing market doesn't equate to a crash in the industry or create a recession. Just the last one did. Myth number 3, an affordability crisis is looming. Listen, there are all kinds of statistics, all kinds of studies representing all kinds of different organizations, which makes all that confusing. Zillow just did a report, and I know you can't read this, but right now, Q2 2018, we're using 20% of our income towards our housing expense. And from 1985 to the year 2000, we used 21% of our income. So the reality is, housing is actually more affordable today than it was 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And I talked about that in a previous video. So bottom line here, if you're going to be venturing out to purchase a home for you and your family, make sure that you have a trusted real estate advisor or mortgage advisor that can guide you through all these pieces parts. And if you have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to give me a call. Vince Mazzocco, home mortgage consultant. Make it a great day.